everyone, it's Taylor from Kinpatsu Cosplay here. In today's video, we're going to show you guys how to make an EVA Foam katana for Mitsuri from Demon Slayer. Making katanas from foam can be a little bit tricky because they have to be pretty thin, but also sturdy enough not to flop around. And I know Mitsuri's sword does actually flop around, but for instructional purposes, we made ours solid so you guys can use this tutorial to make any kind of katana for many different characters. The second season of Demon Slayer is coming this year, so if you want to make your own Mitsuri cosplay, we have a full pattern set for the costume and a tutorial book showing step by step how to make everything. We filmed this video shortly before we moved to Canada. We were still back in our old workshop, so the video looks a little bit different from the ones we've made recently. But we hope you guys will still enjoy it and find it helpful. Now let's get to crafting. To start creating this blade, we printed out our template, taped the pieces together and cut them out. This katana template is available on our website at kinpatsukosplay.com. You can then use your template to trace the blade and the handle onto 3mm high density EVA foam. Then cut out the pieces with a sharp crafting knife. You will need to cut out 3 pieces for the blade in total. For the guard of the blade, trace the pattern onto 10mm EVA foam and carefully cut it out. Then you can cut out a piece in the center of the guard for the blade to fit through. The foam itself is very floppy, so to give the sword some more support, we're going to be using a 4mm aluminium rod. Bend the rod so it forms with the curve of your katana. After that, place the rod in the center of one of your blade pieces and trace around it. Then use a craft knife to cut out the section you just traced. Now apply contact adhesive to the blade piece with your cutout and one of your other blade pieces. Then glue them together. Then take your aluminium rod and glue it into the cutout channel. We ended up gluing in 2 aluminium rods for a bit of extra stability. You can then glue on your final layer of your sword to cover it. Now the base of your sword is done and the foam is no longer floppy. To make the handle thicker, glue on another layer of foam to each side. To get the pointed edge on the blade, you will need to sand it down with a rotary tool or a small mouse sander. You can also sand the handle edges to make them rounded. After sanding, your foam surface may look a bit fuzzy. To remove the fuzz, heat up the sanded areas with a heat gun. This will burn off the fluffy pieces and make the surface smooth again. For the details on the sword handle, you can make a pattern by wrapping it in cling wrap and tape. Draw on your details with a pen, and when you're happy, you can remove your hilt pattern. Trace these patterns onto 2mm EVA foam and cut out the pieces. Then you can glue the details onto the handle with more contact adhesive. Now take your hilt piece and slide it over your blade, then glue it in place. You can add on some additional details with more 2mm EVA foam. Now the katana is fully constructed. To prime the blade, we used PVA glue. Paint on a few layers, letting each one dry before applying the next. To get the blade extra smooth and remove any final brush strokes, we sprayed on a layer of Rust-Oleum flat gray primer. Now it's time for paint. Start by spraying the base of the sword gloss black. For this, we used our Iwata airbrush and Createx Wicked Black paint. You can then use a black chrome paint for a bit of extra shine. We used Alclad 2 Black Chrome. Use masking tape to mask off the black section at the top of Mitsuri's blade. Then you can spray the blade with a layer of chrome paint. We used Auto Air Quicksilver Chrome for this. After that, you can spray a pink gradient onto the blade, leaving the bottom edge of the blade silver. For this, we mixed our chrome with the Createx Wicked Detail Magenta. Then you can peel off your tape. I didn't like the straight line I first painted, so I went back, masked off the wavy line, and then sprayed more black to get this cool final effect. Now you can cover your whole blade and paint the hilt. For this, we used a whole lot of Createx Wicked paints. Start by spraying your handle in aqua color. Then spray the inside of the hearts white. Mask off the handle, then you can spray the top end pink and the hearts pink. Now you can mask your pink sections and spray the hilt with a yellow base. And then you can spray the hilt gold. Now you can carefully remove all the tape to reveal your work. As a final detail, you can paint on the Demon Slayer insignia by hand. and fill in the small pink hearts. Now your foam katana is complete and you're ready to slay some demons. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really hope this video was helpful and that we'll be seeing more Demon Slayer cosplays because of it. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our next one. Until next time, bye for now.